If you're going to quote me, you should probably actually quote me correctly, because what you quoted was completely inaccurate and wrong.
Last week, during your answers to public comments and the requesting for our county to develop solar ordinances, and as you say, this has been going on for 2 years, and yes, it has been, and it's shameful you haven't had a town hall regarding the lease the carriager project. But anyway, last week, Commissioner Christopher said that he was going to be attending the university so he can get a higher education. And again, I wonder who's paying for that. And again, I agree with the lady previous that these universities are paid to spout certain information. So when you learn this information from your higher learning education, I remind you to look at the lithium battery, large industrial lithium battery fires that have happened. You can't avoid the facts of the fires and explosions that have actually happened that are on record.
The training that I'm going to is $25 in an online class. So if the taxpayers have a problem with their commissioners seeking the knowledge that they've been asking them to get for the last 2 years, that's quite condescending after spending 2 years of asking them to educate themselves. And to the minute they're going to educate themselves, now you have a problem with where they're educating themselves, even though you don't know where they're educating themselves. So this would be an OSHA thing. This would be a occupational safety and health. So yeah, I mean, you can read into that how you want, but I guess you wouldn't approve of the class unless you were able to hear it first and agree with it, and then you'd either approve of it, and if you didn't agree with it, then you would disapprove of it without going in with an open mind. So unfortunately, that's the case. And yes, this is submitted to the county taxpayers to pay the $25 for my continued education so that I can make a sound decision to affect our citizens of this county. If you're going to quote me, you should probably actually quote me correctly, because what you quoted was completely inaccurate and wrong. To Sherry, asking about lithium-ion batteries and education on lithium-ion batteries, I, for one, believe education is buyer beware. I think depending on what websites you read, you can get a biased opinion of any topic on one way or the other. Personally, I will be attending a training from a university of higher education on lithium batteries and understanding the technology hazards and safety risks of. So I get my information from higher education, not from what websites seem to want to post. Mr. Wagner, I would say your quote of ignoring the truth and laughing it off as a joke about the batteries, I disagree with you, sir. I believe the batteries are a issue and a potential problem, which is why they are not permitted in this county, and why I'm going to a course of higher education as opposed to just reading the internet. So again, I would say your statement is non-factual and non-truthful as well. If you're going to quote me, you should probably actually quote me correctly, because what you quoted was completely inaccurate and wrong. Since I broke the law, you should probably report me to the Secretary of State or something and have me arrested.